Jaria Digital tells you many different stories of the world. The horrible story about an elevator. I worked for a company for 1 year. The CEO of that company told me this story at the company's Christmas party. The CEO lived with his beautiful wife. Only 2 people lived together without any other family members. One night he was drunk with his co-workers. And then he went back to his apartment. He just pressed the open button of the elevator to go to his suite. When he took the elevator, it was midnight. The inside of the elevator was very cold. He felt the coldness. And he pressed the 16th floor button. The elevator stopped on the 5th floor. But nobody took the elevator. He thought somebody pressed the button for the practical joke. The elevator again moved to go to the 16th floor. But the door opened again on the 6th floor. Nobody appeared again. He was getting annoyed. He just pressed the close button. And the elevator moved again. But on the 7th floor, the door opened again. He was really angry. So he shouted, "Do not joke around here." And then he took a look at the outside of the elevator. However, nobody was there. He was scared. But he tried to think that this is a practical joke. And then the elevator moved again. On the 8th floor, the elevator opened again. And he was really scared and angry. But there was a little girl in front of the door. She looked like a 6 or 7-year-old girl. It was midnight, but he could not see her parents there. Only the girl stood there. She did not try to take the elevator. She just stood there. He asked her, "Will you take the elevator?" But she didn't answer and didn't move. He was scared of the situation. And he just pressed the close button. But the little girl pressed the open button outside of the elevator. So he told her to take the elevator. She didn't say anything. And she never moved. He was very angry and scolded her. She just looked at him and answered,
"I will take this elevator when my mom takes the elevator."
So he looked around there. Nobody was there. He realized that her voice was very cold, dark and spooky. He was really annoyed, so he just pressed the close button. Fortunately, the little girl never opened the door again. The elevator went upstairs again and it didn't open on the next floor. The CEO felt relieved and waited for the 16th floor. But suddenly light of the elevator flickered on the 11th floor. He just looked up at the light. That flickering light had a small black mark. And it was getting bigger whenever the light was flickering. He doubted his eyes. But it was getting bigger and bigger. He felt the time flew very, very slow from the 11th floor to the 16th floor. So he could not wait to arrive on the 16th floor. And then he tried to get off the elevator on the 14th floor. When he pressed the 14th floor button, the door opened. And there was the same little girl who stood in front of the elevator. He became really scared at the moment. The little girl started looking up at him. This time she made a big smile and spoke to him.
"Now my mom is in the elevator. So I am taking the elevator too."
He was sure that the elevator was empty when he took the elevator. And he has been alone since then. Nobody took the elevator until it arrived on the 14th floor. But she told him that her mother was in the elevator. He just started running away from her and the elevator. He went to the emergency stairway and then just opened the emergency exit door and rushed up the stairs. Suddenly the emergency light flickered like somebody else went up the stairs too. When he saw the 16th floor door, he just opened it and entered the 16th floor. And then he ran to his suite. There were 2 people in front of his suite. One woman stood with a little girl. She held the hand of the little girl. The little girl was the same girl who was standing in front of the elevator. He didn't know how they knew his suite number, but he knew not to enter the suite at the moment. He went back to the emergency stairway and ran downstairs. He could hear the sound of their footsteps at his back continuously. He was really scared of it. And finally he could reach the security office. It was away from the apartment building. The security guard was on patrol. So he just looked at the apartment building. The woman and the little girl gave him an angry stare at the porch of the apartment. At that time the security guard came back to the office. All of a sudden, the woman and the girl disappeared. The security guard told him that there was nobody around. But the CEO couldn't get out of the security office for a while. When he entered his suite finally with the security, his wife was waiting for him. She told him a weird story. Somebody rang the bell of their suite 10 minutes ago. The wife of the CEO felt chilly at the moment, because the CEO never rang the bell at night not to wake his wife. So she just looked at the door monitor. But nobody was there. So she tried to sleep again and then the doorbell rang again. This time she could see the face in the monitor screen. The face was pale like the dead body. So she was really scared of being alone. The CEO and his wife talked about this weird thing all night long. Finally they went to bed at dawn. They planned to check elevator CCTV cameras when they get up. Later they could check the elevator CCTV video. The CCTV video was surprising. The CEO pressed the buttons of 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th by himself. There was nobody else in the video. Only the CEO acted all weird action alone. The face which the CEO and his wife saw was not there. I don't work for the company anymore. But every Christmas, I recall his story. It makes me feel really creepy. How about you guys? We will deliver a variety of issues and knowledge around the world. Thank you for watching Jaria Digital.